Hello everyone, here's another piece you can play very early in your studies, and you may play it either by reading or by rote. It's called Burlesque by Leopold Mozart, and it goes like this. Okay, so first off, this is a very good piece for learning octaves, broken octaves in the left hand. We're going to figure out what the patterns are also in the right hand. So we're going to learn it little bit by bit. So here we go. So let's start off with the right hand. So you're going to find a G 5-finger position, right? So you want to find G, it is on, if you look at the group of 3 black notes, it's not next to this is F next to the left, and it's right there in between the first and second black note. And then you're going to line up your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And the very first thing you do is play all of your fingers from the thumb up. Okay? So, once you get used to doing that. Now, one of the things about this piece, even though it sounds simple, is you're going to move to different hand positions. So this is very good if you're playing it by rote because you can watch yourself. So after that, you're going to move everything up one note like this. So you're here, you just move everything up one note like a cookie cutter, right? And now you're going to play the D with your ring finger, and you're going to play a skip like that. And that's the next section. Right? So you're going to play 4, 2, 5. So this is a D, a B, and an E. And then you're going to play an E, a C, and a D. Okay? So here's the whole first bit. Move up, skip down from the ring finger. Now you could also do this and move to 4 here so you have a strong finger, because you're going to move a bunch on this. Okay, so let's try it with our new finger. See if we can do double shift. So 4 on D and then 4 on E. You can also do it saying the notes, right? So G, A, B, C, D, D, B, E, E, C, D. And I notice I do it very, very slowly because you don't want to play a wrong finger or a wrong note at this point, right? And then you can get it more fluidly. That's your first part. Okay, so you can pause the video, and as you get each section done, you want to practice one section at a time. And we learn big pieces. The bigger the pieces, we're still going to learn it one measure at a time. So here's our next part. Our next part is we're going to be here. We're going to have our 3rd finger on C, and then we're going to immediately change to our 4th finger on C. So we're going to go. Okay, did you see that? So, because we're going to do this. And then we're going to just take that cookie cutter style down, right? So it's 3 on C, 4 on C, then a skip, and then a step up. And then we're going to do the same. So now we need this F sharp. Why? Because this piece is in G major. And to play a G major scale, you need that F sharp. So this whole thing fits into the G major scale. So let's do the second part again. So 3rd finger on C, 4th finger on C, 2nd finger on A, 3rd finger on B, 4th finger on B, 2nd finger on G, 3rd finger on A, 4th finger on A, 2nd finger on F sharp, 3rd finger on G. Okay, so now you can do each one starting 3, 4, 4, 4. And see, I'm just thinking about that 4, and then I'm just playing the intervals after that. So I just have to think about where that shift is. So again, 3, 4, 4, 4. Okay, so now you have that first section for the right hand. So here's the whole right hand. So this is a very good piece also if you're a beginner, because you're forced to play different hand positions in one melody, right? So it's a little trickier than it sounds, okay? So now, left hand is just going to play octaves, right? So an octave is when you go from a letter, like a G, to the next G up, right? It's a span of 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And if I play the proper G major scale, remember I need the F sharp. So, but there's an 8, right? So G octave, then you're going to play a B octave, a C octave, B octave, an A octave, a G octave, and then a D octave, and then a G octave. So let's go through all of those again. G, you're going to find each one of these, then B and B, then C and C, and then B and B, then A and A, and G, and then D. So we're going to play these broken from the bottom to the top. Like that, right? So when we could also say the notes as we play it. And notice that there's only one fingering we can use, 5, 1, right? So G, B, C, B, A, G, D, G. It's important also to play the left hand by itself, and you hear the left hand as a bass line, which is kind of melodic, right? So again, G, B. Notice I only say one note because it's really one note. C, B, A, G, D, G. So now what happens next? Do we play the whole right hand together with the left hand? No, we don't. We're going to play just to one shift at a time. So can you do this? Just do this. Just get to there, right? So you're going to play the 5 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to play a G octave and stop on a B. Okay, and then now can you start from the next one, which would be, did you see that? That's the end of the B one. Right? You can also do, right? So you do one thing at a time. Then the next part. Then the next part. And then you get one free note. And then this part. So you can practice that over and over again. So I have my C here, right? I'm going to start 3 and then 4, right? So C and then pinky on A and thumb on A. And then so that's our first part, right? And then you slowly work this up. Okay, so that's our complete first section. Now our second section, we're going to play right hand alone first. So we're going to start with the interval of a fifth. And again, we're on our G position just like we did this. We're going to line up our fingers just like the same way on G. But we're going to play a fifth, a G and a D. And then we're going to play an F sharp and a C. So to get there, we're going to hold the thumb and then move that way. So then G and B. So here it is again. G and D, C and F sharp, and then G and B. Then we have our cookie cutter music from before. Remember this? So we're going to do B, G, A, F sharp, G. So the whole thing. And it just repeats. And then you go back and repeat the first section. So then the piece will be over, right? So left hand is going to continue with its octaves, but this time it's a little different pattern. So it's B, A, G, D, G, B, A, G, D, G. Okay, so again, B, A, G, D. It spells bag, right? And then G, B, A, G, D, G. And again, we're going to just put it together a little bit at a time, right? So you can do this one. So here's our G and a B, a G and a D, and our B in the left hand. So you can start linking things. And then, and you see how I'm doing this? I'm just doing one little bit at a time. And then I can do, and that's basically it, right? So now you can start playing things together. Back to the beginning. So now you can start playing through the when you're confident and you're linking all the sections, you can start playing the whole thing through, but you play it through slowly. Now the piece goes fast. Goes that fast. The meaning of burlesque in the 1700s was different than it had once you got to the 20th century, which was called, it was a burlesque show. But burlesque came from the Italian word burla, which is a joke, right? So this was a joke piece. It was a caricature, and it was supposed to be funny, right? It's supposed to be fun. And you can kind of hear that, right? That it's a little over the top, right? And it kind of has that kind of circus sound to it. Right? So that's the kind of character you want. The beginning, you can play loudly. Now we're going to do it slowly and go through and maybe pick out some dynamics. And you can do what's called an echo when you repeat sections. So let's start. And we're going to go slowly, put it together so you can kind of follow along. Maybe on the repeat, you can play softly. And then loudly. And then softly. And then repeat. Okay, and then you can work it up to be faster after that. I hope you had fun playing this piece. Have fun practicing and have a great day. Thank you for watching.